The night wrapped around them like a soft velvet curtain, muffling the world's noise, leaving only the sound of their breathing and the distant rustle of wind through the trees. Yu Sejun looked over at Seo Isul, his voice gentle like a breeze that had learned to whisper. Yu Sejun said, Seo Isul, are you calm now? He nodded, eyes reflecting the quiet stars above, then spoke as if pulling a thought from the bottom of a still lake. Seo Isul said, I was thinking about something. Yu Sejun said, what are you thinking? He placed his hand lightly on his belly, his voice wrapped in a kind of sacred hush. Seo Isul said, our baby, he doesn't have a name yet. Not a real one, not the kind that holds meaning. Yu Sejun said, not yet. There was a pause. Then his words dropped like a pebble into calm water. Yu Sejun said, I want to name him Yunbi. Seo Isul softly said, Yunbi. He let the name settle on his tongue, like tasting sunlight after a long winter. Seo Isul said, I hope he's free from hatred, and that every moment of his life is soaked in blessings. That's my hope, that he never has to carry the weight we did. Yu Sejun leaned in and kissed his on the head, like placing a seal on a promise. Seo Isul smiling faintly and said, what is this? Yu Sejun teasing, this is the baby's name. I like it too. He started to nudge him playfully, mischief lighting his face like a flickering candle. Seo Isul said, what are you doing all of a sudden? Yu Sejun said, that's it. I love doing this. Don't you want me to? He watched his reaction closely, like a musician reading notes in his laughter. Yu Sejun said, when you smile like that, it's like the whole world exhales. Everything feels lighter. Seo Isul blushing and said, it's not like that. It's just, it has been a long time since you did something like this. He softened, the spark in his eyes turning warm and still. Yu Sejun said, should I stop, if it makes you uncomfortable? He paused, looked at him with the tenderness of a man holding glass in his hands. Then Yu Sejun said, if you ever feel uncomfortable, you have to tell me, okay? I will stop. Right then, he met his gaze, a quiet storm of gratitude passing through him. There was no need for answers, only trust. And under that hush of moonlight, the space between them folded inward like petals closing around warmth. What followed wasn't just physical, it was the merging of two spirits, weary but willing, bruised but healing, quiet kind of intimacy, like rain soaking into thirsty soil. Then we are shown morning scene, where the morning unfolded like a slow breath, gentle and warm as if even time itself didn't want to disturb the peace inside their little world. Seo Isul stood by the window, sunlight brushing over his like soft paint on canvas. His voice came quietly, like a memory returning on tiptoe. Seo Isul said, the days have been so peaceful, it almost feels like everything that came before, every storm, every wound, was just a story someone else told me, distant echo, lost behind the curtain of now. He placed his hand over his growing belly, his fingers tracing the curve like a prayer. Seo Isul said, and Yunbi, he is growing more every day. Like a secret the universe is slowly unfolding. Quiet, but full of promise. Yu Sejun turned from the door, the morning light catching in his eyes like the shimmer of water at dawn. Yu Sejun said, Seo Isul, did you bring everything you needed? He held up a small item, perhaps a blanket, perhaps a keepsake, with uncertain hands. Seo Isul said, should I bring this too? Then Yu Sejun said, go ahead. But slowly. There is no train to catch, no race to win. Walk like you are carrying a whole galaxy inside you, because you are. Be careful, I will catch you if you fall. He moved toward him, each step deliberate, like walking across the edge of a dream. And he waited with arms slightly open, not to rush him, but to remind him that he never walked alone. Seo Isul murmured, back then, I didn't realize how quickly time was moving. The days blurred together like watercolor in rain. And before I knew it, the due date had arrived. Like the final note of a lullaby, soft, sudden, inevitable. Then we are shown hospital scene, where the sterile white corridors of the hospital felt like a bridge between two worlds, one they were leaving behind, and one they were about to enter. Doctor gently spoke, his voice clinical but kind. Doctor said, once the patient enters the recovery room, you will see it through the monitor. Until then, please wait in the guardian's room. Yoon Sejun softly said, yes, okay. He watched as Seo Isul was wheeled away, his figure growing smaller down the hallway, like watching the moon sink beneath the horizon. Then scene shift to the ward, where the ward was quiet but not still. Tension hummed beneath the surface like the air before rain. Seo Isul looked up from his bed, his voice trembling like a candle in a breeze. Seo Isul said, this operation, it's going to hurt, isn't it? Yoo Sejun sat beside him, taking his hand as if anchoring him to the present moment. Yoo Sejun said, just imagine you are falling into a deep sleep, Seo Isul. And when you wake up, everything will be different. Everything will be fine. He tried to smile, but his voice cracked under the weight of how much he needed that to be true. Then scene shift to the operating theater, where inside the sterile brightness of the OT, the lights bore down like watchful stars. The doctor leaned close, his tone calm and practiced. Doctor said, don't panic. Just imagine you are at home. Everything is fine. Nurse gently inserted the anesthesia, and the world around Seo Isul began to blur, colors softening, sounds fading, like a painting dipped in water. His eyes fluttered once, then closed. Not in fear, but in surrender. Like a petal giving in to wind. Then time passed, quiet and heavy. Then at last, he was wheeled back into the ward, pale but peaceful. Yoo Sejun rushed to his side, his voice barely above a whisper. Yoo Sejun said, Seo Isul, sleep now. Rest well. When you open your eyes, let's meet Yoonbi together, okay? He stirred, his fingers reaching up, brushing against his cheek like a fading star brushing the edge of dawn. Seo Isul said, I love you. And in that fragile moment, between pain and peace, sleep and awakening, love became the language that held them both. Then scene shift to the apartment, where the room was bathed in soft golden light, as if the sun itself had leaned in to witness the beginning of a new story. Yoo Sejun's mother stood by the crib, her eyes welling up as she looked down at the sleeping baby. Grandmother said, oh my God. My grandson. So handsome. Like a little moon carved out of morning light. She bent closer, her voice trembling with joy and awe. Grandmother whispering gently, Yoonbi, this is your grandmother. Can you hear me, little blessing? You have brought the spring back into our hearts. She laughed softly, brushing her fingers against his tiny hand. Grandmother said, ah, look at him. He is too beautiful. Who could be this perfect? Yoo Sejun, arms folded, smiled with playful pride. Yoo Sejun said, isn't it obvious? He looks just like his father. Seo Isul, lying nearby, turned his head toward them and smiled, his voice like the breeze after rain. Seo Isul said, when he grows up, I'm sure he will look just like you, Sejun. He carries your light. Then he leaned in, whispering softly to his son as though planting a wish into the soil of his soul. Seo Isul said, my Yoonbi, you will grow to be kind. Brave, strong. You will be gentle mountain for others, not hardened by storms but shaped by them. Yoo Sejun's father, standing nearby with quiet dignity, stepped forward. Father said, Seo Isul, did you two decide on his name? You said you had something in mind. He nodded and looked toward Yoo Sejun, who smiled and gave a small, quiet nod, like a man holding something sacred. Seo Isul said, we thought of it together. His name is Yoonwoo. Brief silence passed, filled with the gravity of naming a soul. Father said, Yoonwoo, does it have meaning? Seo Isul gently said, yes. We drew it from Chinese characters. Yoon means kindness, charity, and Woo means universe. His name means graceful universe. That is more than enough. Father softly said, that's a beautiful name to grow into. Seo Isul said, they say a person should live up to the meaning of their name. I hope he never forgets that he was born already whole. Already enough. The baby stirred slightly, and his lips curled into the faintest smile. Grandmother gasping and said, did you see that? Did he smile when he heard his name? He knows, our Yoonwoo understands. Everyone fell into a quiet hush, as if they were standing before something holy. Yoo Sejun turned to Seo Isul, eyes soft with something deeper than admiration, something like devotion. Yoo Sejun said, "You know, he really does look like you." Seo Isul teasing, raising an eyebrow and said, "Am I that handsome?" Yoo Sejun grinning and said, "Yes. Maybe even a little more." Their laughter folded into the quiet warmth of the room, a sound soft and familiar, like music played just for them. Around them, the world paused, not in silence, but in reverence. A new life had been named, and with that name came a promise that love, when spoken aloud, could become legacy. The snow on the branches of the trees began to melt, slowly, silently, as if the silence itself was dripping away. It was the kind of stillness that cracks just before a truth breaks free. And while the flowers bloomed at that place, it was as though forgotten memories began to stir, delicate petals pushing through frozen earth. Then comment appeared like an ember in dry grass. "This was the same man who was fighting in front of my house." Name once buried beneath whispers had found breath again. The rumors, which had once slept like ash beneath the surface, suddenly caught flame. All it took was one video, taken by someone who didn't even realize they were striking a match in a room full of gas. The fire spread with a hunger, it felt like the world had been holding its breath, waiting for this spark. But not much time passed after that. The actions of Guy, like bones long hidden under the floorboards, were unearthed with overwhelming evidence. The truth was no longer a shadow. It stood in the daylight now, undeniable. And just like that, the tone changed. Media, which had once turned its face away, now sharpened its tongue and took aim. The headlines shouted like thunder after a long silence. Guy's criminal acts confirmed. Punishment severe. And strangely, I felt something uncoil inside me. The news kept returning to him, again and again, as if the world itself wouldn't let him hide anymore. And in those headlines, in that constant reappearance of his name, I found something I hadn't known I needed: relief. Like the slow melting of ice from the edges of a wound. The seasons turned, as they always do. Winter stepped back, spring stepped forward. The earth didn't ask permission, it just changed. And somewhere in that change, so did I. Of course, I still carry pieces of the past. But now, as flowers bloom and the cold recedes, I feel a little lighter, little less haunted. Then we are shown an intimate scene between Seo Isul and Yoo Sejun, in the quiet stillness of the room. The air between them hums softly, like the final note of a long-forgotten song finally reaching its end. Yoo Sejun looks at Seo Isul and says, "I love you." His voice is a lighthouse in the storm, steady and unwavering, guiding Seo Isul drifting hard back to safe shores. Seo Isul, eyes glistening like morning dew catching first light, replies, "I also want to say that I love you too." There is a trembling in his words, like a bud daring to bloom after the longest winter. He reaches out and gently touches Yoo Sejun's cheek, gesture as light as falling petals, yet heavy with all the moments he once feared would never come. Then he whispers, "Thank you for teaching me what true love is. Thanks to you, I can understand my feelings for Yoo Sejun." His voice is a soft wind that carries years of pain, uncertainty, and quiet yearning, now alchemized into clarity. His love was the sun that warmed him frozen doubts, the mirror that showed his face of his own longing. Seo Isul then says, "I love you very much." Yoo Sejun responds, his voice trembling like the edge of a flame, "I love you too." Seo Isul looks down for a moment, then back into his eyes, and says, "I know that there are still many problems left that will torment me. Whatever the problem is, I am confident that I can overcome it now." His words fall with the quiet gravity of a sunrise, not loud, but full of promise. Because now, I have people who love me. And I also have people whom I love. And in that moment, something vast and invisible settles between them, the quiet end of a long war. This is where the Alpha's unconditional love for Omega doesn't vanish, it transforms. It becomes something no longer rooted in instinct of fate, but in choice and in trust.